The Peaceful Mother. Hello and welcome to The Peaceful Mother, where I empower you to go from reactive parenting to proactive parenting and helping you become the peaceful parent that you aspire to be. I'm Emily. I am a parenting coach and a trauma recovery coach. I'm also author of The Angry Mom's Guide to Self-Regulation. You may already know me from my Instagram or Facebook pages. Whether you are new here or not, I am so glad that you decided to click on this video. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share so that we can get this information out there to as many people that need it as possible. Thank you. Let's get into this. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that my new 7-day nervous system reset is now available on my website. I will go ahead and put that link in the description. It is a 7-day challenge where each day you are introduced to new somatic and neurosomatic techniques that you can use to begin regulating your nervous system and really develop a practice around doing that on a daily or at least regular, basis. And that way you can go into your life and go into parenthood with a more regulated nervous system. And that way when you're dealing with a tantrum or your teenager, slams the door in your face or whatever the situation might be, you are walking into that situation with a more regulated nervous system. So check that out and let's get into this. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you a few techniques that you can use to regulate your nervous system when you're dealing with feelings of shame. Now, this is a big one for so many moms, so many parents who are trying to parent in a certain way and break cycles and do things differently and really be a responsive parent. And yet we've got our nervous system who has other ideas. And, maybe if we weren't parented in that way, it's a lot harder to actually parent in the ways that we want to. And so we default into what was done for us, what we know. And then we're left with this really unpleasant cycle of guilt and shame and remorse and, promising we're never going to do it again. And then we find ourselves snapping yet again. And so that is a lot of the work that I do with my clients, is helping my clients get out of that cycle and helping my followers get out of that cycle. So let's go over a few simple techniques that we can do to overcome that shame. Now, as always, we want to test our nervous system before and after each technique. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say testing your nervous system, go ahead and check back, pause this video, go ahead back to my page and find my video a few posts back, a few videos back about testing your nervous system and establishing your baseline, and then meet us back here because you're going to want to know that information. So let's go ahead and get started with our first technique, and it is called soothing touch. All right, so let's go ahead and establish our baseline. This is something that we can do either standing, sitting, lying down, whatever is going to work best for you. So I am going to go ahead and do my typical head rotation. As always, it's nice to go ahead and give yourself a couple different options for establishing your baseline, just in case one of them isn't really communicating what you need it to. Okay, so now that we have established our baseline, we're going to get into soothing touch, and we're simply going to you can kind of roll up your sleeves if you have long sleeves like I do, and you're just going to start really kind of running your fingers softly across your skin. And the key here is to really notice, just kind of recognize that connection between your fingers and your hand. And you can move your way up your arm and breathe. Now, normally we would work our way up both of our arms and all around our body as much as you see fit. This is a self-led kind of drill, so it's something that you do as much as you need. So if this is enough to really give you that soothing that you need to work through that shame, that's wonderful. You can stop there. And if you need more, you can do more. You can do both arms at the same time. You can kind of do this motion. It's really what you need to really start bringing yourself back into your parasympathetic nervous system and out of your kind of hypo-aroused state. So let's go ahead and test our nervous system and see how it liked that. Okay, well, I don't know about you, but I am moving a lot further when I rotate. And yeah, I've definitely got a little bit more range of motion there as well. Our next somatic technique for regulating through shame is called the self-hug. So I already know where my nervous system is at. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. If you need to, go ahead and establish your baseline again. But basically, we're going to take one hand under the armpit of our opposite side. And then we're going to take our other hand and we're just going to wrap it around our arm just under the shoulder. And you're going to breathe. And you're really just going to kind of hold on, squeeze yourself as tightly as you need. Not too tight. This is a gentle but firm embrace. And just breathe here and notice how this feels for you. All right. Now let's go ahead and test our nervous systems again. And I am getting even further. Imagine that. My body likes it when I love on it. So our last technique for today is a simple rocking exercise. Now you can do this laying, standing, sitting, whatever. I'm going to stay put. And since I already know where I am at with my last head rotation and arm rotation, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. As always, go ahead and establish your baseline again if you need to. All right, so you're simply just going to start rocking your body. Now you can do this, as I said, in any position. You can do it laying down on your side. You can do it standing. You can even kind of give yourself a hug, do that self-hug. When we do more than one technique or drill at a time, we call that stacking. And sometimes our nervous systems really like that. You don't have to do your self-hug like this. You can just give yourself an embrace like this, whatever feels good for you. Breathe. And just feel yourself coming back into your parasympathetic, your rest and digest, your calm. Okay, let's go ahead and test our nervous system one last time. I didn't think I could get any further, but I have, so that is awesome. I don't know if I can go any further here though. I think I'm about at my limit. I don't know, that might have been a little bit further. All right, well, as always, I'd love to hear how this went for you in the comments, so please let me know what's working for you, what's not, and let me know if you want more content like this or not. And I will see you back here next week in my next video where we are gonna talk about some down regulating techniques for when we are feeling either anxious or really excited. Those two can kind of feel the same sometimes, so we're gonna talk about that next video.